This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, there's a deal on the table with Iran over nuclear weapons, and now it's up to Congress to accept or decline it. We talk with one of the men involved. Hello again and welcome to FYI on SSPTV and SSPTV.com. I'm Ken Carr and I really appreciate you spending some time with us. Let's get started with our headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Hazleton police are investigating 2 weekend armed robberies, both involving a shotgun. The first happened Saturday around 9:40 p.m. near North Church and West 15th Streets. The suspect entered the business, brandished a shotgun, and demanded money. He's described as a white male about 5 feet 10 inches tall, approximately 40 years old, wearing all black clothing. He then fled on foot. No one was injured. The second incident happened Sunday night around 10 p.m. Again, a man with a shotgun demanded money, this time at a restaurant in the area of 22nd and Sherman Court. He is described as a white male in his mid-30s to early 40s, about 6 feet tall with a thin build, dressed in black. Anyone with information on either incident is asked to call Hazleton Police at 570-459-4940 or dial 911. All calls will be kept confidential. State police are looking for the person or persons who ransacked a Foster Township home and killed the victim's dog. It happened sometime between 6 p.m. Friday and 7:30 a.m. on Sunday. According to troopers, someone kicked in the front door of a trailer owned by Gene Bonner on North Buck Mountain Road. Once inside, they ransacked the residence and killed a 3-year-old pit bull, which was inside the trailer. The suspect stuck a large candle in the dog's mouth. Anyone with information is asked to call State Police in Hazleton at 570-459-3890. It is now Congress's turn to examine the recent agreement made with Iran. The Obama administration forwarded it to Congress yesterday. If Congress does not approve the deal, the president has made it clear that he will use his veto power. We talked with Congressman Lou Barletta about the situation.
We're going to be faced with a real important decision for the world in deciding whether we vote up or down on the president's deal with Iran. I've been part of a bipartisan group, Democrats and Republicans, who get together every week to talk about issues, and I can tell you there's great concern from people on both parties about this deal. You know, this could be a turning point for the world, and you know, we're still looking at all of the smaller details of the deal, but you know, the best way I could put it after seeing this is it's time to start teaching our children how to hide under their school desks again. 10 years is a blink of an eye, and in 10 years Iran will have the ability to build as many nuclear weapons as they want. Their economy will be thriving because we're taking the sanctions off. I believe it will be putting Israel in a no-win situation where they will need to protect themselves because Iran, we know, will cheat. There is no question that they're going to cheat. This theory that somehow we're disarming Iran by delaying the inevitable and then with no sanctions there, I believe it's irresponsible and putting our children and grandchildren at risk, where they will have to relive the days that we did when we were younger with Russia, with the fear of Russia attacking.
Meanwhile, Israel's prime minister has urged U.S. lawmakers to reject the deal, saying it would feed an Iranian terror machine. The deal curbs Iran's nuclear program while easing economic sanctions. A 2/3 majority of both the House and Senate would be required to override a presidential veto. 150 years ago, Abraham Lincoln's funeral train traveled over 1,600 miles as Americans from all over grieved the loss of the president. That entire journey was relived over the weekend in drums at the Butler Chapel of the Coffin Hughes Funeral Home. The event included a reenactment as a funeral hearse delivered Lincoln's coffin to the funeral home. Joseph Guerrera, the executive director of the Lehigh Valley Heritage Museum, gave a multimedia presentation called This Train to Glory. Some Lincoln artifacts were also on display. Lincoln's funeral train did make stops in Harrisburg and Philadelphia in 1865. You can read Jim Dino's full recap of the event this weekend online at standardspeaker.com. It's a tradition that goes back over 100 years and it continued this weekend in Shenandoah. It was the 101st year that this statue made its way along the streets in the borough. The church where it all started, Our Lady of Mount Carmel, consolidated into the Divine Mercy Parish last year, but it was decided the tradition would continue. Divine Mercy's pastor, Monsignor Ronald C. Boson, says, quote, "I just hope that the procession in honor of Our Lady from Divine Mercy Parish will grow just as it did in the previous parish and have another 100 years, showing the people of Shenandoah, Schuylkill County, and the world how much we love our Blessed Mother and her Son," unquote. The feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel was on July 16th. The medevac helicopter from Lehigh Valley Health Network landed at Whispering Willows Park in Cunningham on Friday. There was no emergency, but rather a special learning experience for children in the Cunningham Park program. Kids ages 5 to 12 toured the helicopter and asked the flight team questions. These are photos from camp director Jackie Corelli. The special visit was to help children be more aware of emergency services in our area and to feel more comfortable around emergency responders. Well, coming up later on FYI, it's a big weekend for Little Leaguers, for some of our local teams too. We'll get you all the information you need to know during the Sportscast. And up next, we continue to live in the past on this edition of FYI as we get ready for 1940s weekend at Eckley Miners Village.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It's Monday and we're back at Core Fitness. If you had tuned in previously, we had spoken a little bit about some outdoor activities, and I'd like to say hi to my friend that came up to me at Lowe's when I was hoisting my soil into the car appropriately with my knees bent so not to wound my lower back. I love when you guys come up to me and I'm out in public. If you have any questions, please feel free to do that. So I want to talk about the trifecta of summer activities: biking, hiking, and swimming. All right, safety issues on all of those. First and foremost, put on your sunscreen for any activity. Before you go outside, let's take care of your skin, biggest organ in your body, okay? Secondly, let's always make sure that we work within our means, okay? If you're not an active person already, don't expect to hike the Lehigh Valley Gorge for 20 miles. You're gonna get stuck somewhere along the line, you won't be able to get back. And as well as swimming, you always wanna make sure that you're with somebody knows where you are, and not to go too far out from shore, especially if you're in waters that aren't monitored by lifeguards. So we have a lot of swimming holes around the area. Some of them are state parks, some of them don't have lifeguards. So you always want to be with somebody and go within your means. The old adage of eating and waiting a half hour is truly a wives' tale. However, if it makes you feel better to do that, you can. Don't gorge yourself and then go swim. As far as walking goes, you can make that activity a family activity just around your block. You can make it a scavenger hunt. You can make it a sprint to a certain spot, something to do with your kids. All interesting things that are going to keep you in shape and get you outside for the summer. So we hope you have some great weather in store and have some fun outside. Enjoy the beautiful parks that we have around the Hazleton area and throughout Pennsylvania. There's a lot of things that you can do on a low budget and still remain active and get outside with your family. So we'll see you next Monday.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
It's been so hot lately, and if you look closely at this weather shot, you can see a giant carton of Farmer's iced tea, or maybe it was just a mirage I saw while taking this weather shot. Is there any relief on the way? Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, isolated showers and thunderstorms before 9 p.m., then a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms after 3 a.m., 20% chance of that happening, partly cloudy with a low around 63 degrees. For Tuesday on our extended forecast, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 p.m., a mostly sunny day, high in the low 80s. Tuesday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 8 p.m., 30% chance, mostly clear, our low will be 59. Wednesday is sunny with a high near 78. Wednesday night will be mostly clear. Our low will be 59 degrees. And on Thursday, another sunny day as we get up near 80 once again, high of 77 degrees. Thursday night back in the upper 50s and a partly cloudy night. Friday will also be sunny with a high near 78. What a great week. And then Friday night partly cloudy with a low of 58 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazelton. Treat yourself today.
This weekend, you get transported back into a different era, the era of the big bands, the era of World War II. We're talking about the 1940s weekend at the Eckley Miners Village. Here to tell us all about this fun event and historical event is Dr. Bodie Morin. He is the site administrator for Eckley, and Regina Drasher, who is the Eckley Players Coordinator. Dr. Morin, I'm going to start with you. The 1940s weekend. This is a big event for Eckley.
Yes, it's one of our 3 major summer events, and it's really our only event that focuses on the 20th century. So it was sort of the last heyday for anthracite coal, even though we're still mining coal today. And it's important for us to celebrate sort of that last effort for in the war, in World War II, and how the region came together to help fight the Axis powers.
So now when people go over there, they literally think they're back in those times. Tell us what they'll be experiencing this weekend.
Well, we're going to have a number of activities and musical events that are geared towards the 1940s. There'll be a substantial number of military reenactors there, and we'll have a vehicle parade on both days as well. And then on Saturday night, we're going to have a big dance in Freeland. That'll be our 4th annual swing dance. It'll start at 6 and go to 9:30.
Wow, fun activities taking place. And another part of it is a unique radio show that will really transport you back in time. Regina, tell us all about this.
It's going to be a 1940s-style live radio show. So there won't be people in costumes, they'll only be wearing 40s-type dress. It's all live. We have an announcer, and it's local. It's called the Eckley Hour, so we wouldn't have Carol Lombard or Bob Hope, but we do have Carmen Miranda's sister, that Freeland bombshell Wanda Miranda, coming. We'll also be doing a Lone Ranger serial, and 2 lucky audience members will get to participate with sound effects, but it's modeled after a 1940s live radio show. This year's set on December 7th, 1941.
So that's really going to be very, I guess, emotional when people hear that.
Well, yes. Today, you can video something on your cell phone and send it to your friend as it's happening. In the 40s, people on Sunday sat around and listened to the radio. And they were having a pleasant Sunday afternoon, getting ready for Christmas. And shortly after 2 o'clock, the news broke in that there had been a Japanese sneak attack on Pearl Harbor. One veteran said, there was silence everywhere after that. Inside, outside, people were so stunned. And I think it'll be a dramatic teaching tool, especially to children who have grown up with TV and electronic devices.
That is so true, very true. And so people come out, they have a wonderful time, but they're learning a lot when they walk into the world of Eckley.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's the quintessential patch town. It really represents what our area was for really 160 years. And the 1940s is important because many of us have our grandparents were alive then. So we actually have connections to people that experienced World War II in the 1940s.
All right. Well, this is sure to be a wonderful weekend. The 1940s weekend this Saturday and Sunday from 10 until 5, and then that dance also taking place on Saturday evening in Freeland. So you're going to want to go and experience all of it. And for a complete listing, you can go to their website, also to their Facebook page for more information. But best yet, go out and experience it in person.
Thanks a lot, Lisa. Always fun at Eckley Miners Village. Here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 2, 78, pick 3, 501, pick 4, 6679, and pick 5, 15253. Your winning lottery numbers on FYI, brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency with 2 locations to serve you. One on Sugarloaf Avenue in Cunningham. You can reach them there at 570-788-3543, and in Nescopec on Broad Street. And you can call them in Nescopec at 570-752-7683. When we come back on sports, we'll get you ready for a busy Little League week, and Ron Marchetti is here with Trivia Treats.
back at Friedman Electric in the showroom. We're back with Lisa Connect to tell you about some other items aside from lighting that you can purchase right here in Hazleton. Lisa, thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here.
All right, security. Everyone's concerned about security and keeping their home and their family safe. You actually offer some items.
We do, in addition to security lighting, which is the easiest way to secure your home, we also have camera systems.
Okay.
They can be as simple as a simple wireless system where they're actually a package deal. You get 4 of these little cameras. They talk wirelessly to the DVR. It's a pretty simple setup. You do have to power the cameras to more complicated custom systems, custom wired systems. And we will sit down with you and we'll talk to you about, and actually visit the site if needed, and talk to you about, what would be the best system for seeing everything that you want to see on your cameras.
Something nice about coming to a local business like Friedman Electric is you get that one-on-one attention and you get people that are experienced. So how long have you been here and how long have you been working with this kind of equipment?
I've been here for 8 years, and we've been selling cameras as long as I've been here. We've seen an upswing in it, in people's interest in the security cameras. So we're doing a lot more of that these days. We also have a specialist in our company that works for all of the Friedman stores that is all he does. And so if there's something that I can't help you with or Jerry can't help you with, then Phil would be more than glad to come out and take a look and help. And we've done several systems in the area successfully.
Good. All right, so when you think of Friedman Electric, think lighting, but also think security cameras. You have the heated floor system and all kinds of items here. We want you to participate in shopping local. Friedman Electric is celebrating 80 years in business. They have a Facebook page and they have a website, so you can either stop by Hazleton or you can check them out online. And we're here in downtown Hazleton, again, with Friedman Electric, and join us every week here on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
1 month from today, the Little League World Series will start in Williamsport. Valley West from Cunningham would love to make that trip. Currently, they're in the Section 6 tournament in Northampton. On Saturday, Valley West beat Council Rock Newtown, while Lehigh beat West End. And then on Sunday, Council Rock Newtown and West End got into a slugfest, with Newtown coming out on top. Valley West, they fell to Lehigh. So today, on Monday at 7 p.m., Council Rock Newtown and Valley West will play again, with the winner advancing to the championship round against Lehigh. It's a double elimination tournament, by the way. Also on Monday night, the 9 and 10-year-old Section 6 tournament starts at Valley East in Drums. The first game will feature Lenape Valley against Valley West from Cunningham, and after that game, Lehigh from District 20 will play Stroudsburg from District 29. On Thursday, the 10 and 11-year-old Section 6 tournament starts. Valley East will play against Warwick from District 30, and then Penridge will play host Stroudsburg. The Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs help out their rival, the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, over the weekend by taking 2 of 3 from the Rochester Red Wings, who are still in first place of the International League North Division, but only by a half game over the Rail Riders. The Rail Riders took 2 of 3 from the Louisville Bats, including a 7-1 win on Sunday. Lehigh Valley lost 6-2, but Russ Kanzler went 2 for 4 in the game on Sunday. He also had a double. And as well in the majors, the Cubs followed the theme. They took 2 of 3 from the Braves. Jonathan Herrera had 2 hits and drove in 2 for the Cubs. It's a Monday, and guess what? It took me about 30 minutes to think of an intro for Ron Marchetti. I really hope my brain can catch up with him during Trivia Treats. Here's what took me 30 minutes to write. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Ron Marchetti.
Happy birthday, Mike Generos. Hi, everybody. On this July 20th, I welcome to Trivia Treats. Now let's start tonight with the trivia question and answer. Who was the first black player to appear in the Major League All-Star Game? Answer, yes. Many of our viewers are shouting out Jackie Robinson of the Brooklyn Dodgers. That is correct. But there were 3 other African Americans who played in that 1949 All-Star Game in Brooklyn. At that time in 1949, there were only 7 black players total on all Major League rosters combined. Roy Campanella of the Dodgers, Don Newcomb, the National League MVP and Rookie of the Year, also played with the National League All-Stars. However, The NL lost to the American League 11-7. The AL also had the first ever black player to appear in the American League, Larry Doby of the Cleveland Indians, who later was nicknamed the Patterson Pulverizer by all-time Yankee announcer Mel Allen. And staying with baseball, that happened 66 years ago. This happened 60 years ago in 1955. Entering the game as a reliever in the 6th inning, Babe Beer of the Tigers clobbered a pair of 3-run homers during a 12-4 triumph over the Orioles at Brick Stadium in Detroit. The 2 homers will prove to be the only ones of his career, 56-game career, and the 6 runs batted in will also comprise his lifetime total. Finally, switching to the NBA, free agent center Shaquille O'Neal signed a 7-year deal for a reported $121 million with the Los Angeles Lakers. O'Neal had played 4 seasons with the Orlando Magic after being the #1 draft pick in 1992. Shaq will play 8 seasons in LA and help the franchise win 3 straight NBA championships in 2001, 2001, and 2002. See you Friday. Till then, be a good sport. Stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Surviving Together, a free support group of the American Cancer Society Greater Hazleton Unit, will next meet on Thursday, August 6th at 6 p.m. at Perkins Family Restaurant. Join us for an evening of relaxation and a night to get to know each other better. Please call 570-427-8222 to make a reservation by August 4th. Our next announcement, Holy Rosary Parish will be holding their summer picnic July 24th and 25th. The parish is located at 240 South Poplar Street in Hazleton. They're having ethnic food and family entertainment. And finally, the Simon Kramer Cancer Institute in New Philadelphia will be holding a blood drive Wednesday, July 22nd from 1 to 6 p.m. All donors will receive 1 free Dorney Park ticket while supplies last. Walk-ins are welcome, or for an appointment, call 570-277-6218. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Frank J. Sacco Sr. of Klein Township. Funeral is Thursday at 11 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Thursday from 9 to 11 a.m. And Joseph A. Redwinski of West Hazleton. Private services will be held Thursday in the Indiantown Gap National Cemetery. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Mark Jeffrey of Mahanoy City. Mark, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
That's it for FYI on this Monday. If you missed anything, go to SSPTV.com. You can watch the entire episode right there. All new Out of Left Field tonight at 8 p.m. It's the season 1 finale. Check that out. Check us back out on Tuesday. We'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.
Burger Cadillac, Hazleton. Drive with experience.